Connor, why don't you walk us through that match, introduce a little bit, and tell us the background of that?
It was the Doc Buchanan tournament up at Clovis High School in Fresno, one of the top tournaments in the nation, right up there with like Ironman, Super 32, these kind of things like that. And I had the 123 final between Rockland Zinkin and Cameron Sans from Del Barton. Rockland Zinkin is from Buchanan, so he's in his home city. One might even say, kind of like a home gym with how many Buchanan people were there, even though it was at Clovis. Yeah, and he's going against the New Jersey kid from Del Barton. Tough match. And so right off the whistle, I think Rockland hits high C knee pull, and then Cameron tries to hit this go behind, and then Rockland dives in for a leg, and we got Scramble City. And as they're scrambling, Rockland does cover the hip, and he gets hip to hip, but the Del Barton kid has his hand on the inside leg. So I don't think there's control when that first hand hits, and then that hand comes out, and then both hands hit. And that's when I think maybe I probably should have called it differently. But as that scramble turns out, the Del Barton kids ends on top. I called a 3 green because I didn't feel like there was restraining power beyond reaction time. It was really the reaction time piece that we were looking at. At first, there wasn't reaction or there wasn't the control on that first touch. But on that second touch, as I go back and I have the luxury of watching video, I think I might have called that differently. But in the moment, I didn't think that the restraining power beyond reaction time had been met.
Okay.
So as green ends on top, I called the 3 green. Then coach from Buchanan, Terapelli, starts bringing me to the table, and I speak to him at the table. Is, hey, can you check with your AR on that? And so yeah, went and checked with my assistant. Hey, what do you got there? You got a takedown with that hand touch, and we talked about it. We thought it was really close. Probably could have gone either way, but neither one of us were really convinced that we were going to overturn that call. So we went with it. And, now that I watch it again on video, I think that second hand touch with the weight bearing on the hands, I think that's beyond reaction time.
That's interesting that you brought up control and reaction time
Yeah.
are obviously factors in it. You have first hand touch, not control in your eyes.
Yeah.
And then on the second one, ooh, now is it so you're trying to
Yeah.
like thread this needle and put everything together without video review in front of 3,000 people in a tiny gym.
It was tough. I mean, that environment was just electric, and probably matched with, Zinkin being the hometown kid with the Zinkin family on the sidelines there. It was intense for sure. And with that hand touch, it's always interesting to me because for me, it's how do they use it?
Yeah.
If they use it to push back up and now we're fighting hands,
Yeah.
I think you've used that to establish control. But,
Uh-huh.
if he drops that hands to hit a Granby, I don't think that hand touch equates control because, he's using that hand touch to initiate another move. And in the moment, that's kind of what I was thinking was, he's touching that hand as he's turning into him, still fighting that inside control, almost with the leg pass
Yeah.
or something. But I think after watching the video, I think that first hand touch, I'm good that we're still rolling.
Yeah.
But after
No
that
control.
second touch, I think that's too much.
Yeah.
I think that's too much weight bearing on the hands. You've reacted twice now because you've put your hand down twice. I think I would have called that differently going back.
So when you're taking that time with your AR,
Yeah.
we ultimately want the call right.
Yeah.
But you want to have this conversation
Yeah.
without the luxury in high school of video review. We have heard
Yeah.
that maybe
There's some rumors.
so Nebraska rolled it out a little last year
Yeah.
in their state finals with video review.
Yeah.
And if you had video review in that,
But definitely would have used it.
yeah.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
Like,
Jumped right on
do
it.
you
Yeah.
think that would have been enough?
Man, so
Or do you need to watch it 100 times
Yeah.
to formulate a solid opinion?
I think the 100 times really, really solidifies it for me. But no, it is interesting if we would have had that review, and because then I would have been able to watch it with my AR
Yeah.
together.
And talk it
because
through like we're talking right now.
absolutely, absolutely. Part of that AR conversation that I had on the mat in real time was it might have been a little quick. And I was always taught, these wrestlers are training.
Yeah.
Stamina is a huge piece of our sport. And, if you are having that 5-10 minute conversation, you're giving one of these kids an advantage. Both of them are sucking air now, probably got a water break halfway through it. And I want to eliminate that as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So kind of like what you were saying is you want to make that conversation with the the coach at the table short and sweet, one sentence. I kind of have a similar thought process when I want to talk to my, I want to get the answer right before I move on. So there's that delicate balance between how much do you talk about it versus, hey, we got to get back to wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, and I think as a newer ref, you know, I'm only eight years in now. I've done the state tournament twice. I think that's a balance I'm still looking to reach is, you know, how much do I talk to my AR versus how fast do I want to get back to the wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know?
Well, hey, thanks for talking us through that and appreciate it. Maybe you guys in the comments can let us know whether you agree, don't agree, put it down below.
Yeah. Take down Rockland, take down Cameron. You got it.